Alright gang, welcome back to our playthrough here on the Triple Threat Challenge on Hutan Pantai. It is now December. Today is a day where we have very little to do. One of the things we do have to do, though, is our grass is ready to mow. We're going to mow the grass today, bale all of that up, keep a bale, probably one bale back for the goats, and then we'll wrap the rest of those. Other than that, that's the main thing we have to do today. Everything else, we're just kind of waiting for it to be time to harvest them. I guess I should have limed this field. That was a mistake on my part, but that's alright. I didn't think it needed limed. I thought we already limed it, but I guess we didn't. So a mistake on my part, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a 1 or 2% loss to the yield, but no big deal. That's it, man. We just got to mow. So what we're going to do today, at the same time that we're mowing, I'm actually going to put the worker doing an actual contract for us. Now, the worker is not going to complete this contract. They're actually not even going to come close to completing this contract. It is an absolutely massive contract. We're going to take on harvesting these soybeans here in Field 2, which is very close to us. However, we're not going to use our own equipment for this. We are going to lease the equipment. It only costs us $1,000 to do this, so that's still 21 grand coming into the bank. That's a really, really good payday. So we're going to take this on, and we'll have the worker do some of it for us early on, as I said, while we're doing the mowing. And then when the worker's full, obviously we'll have to unload them. But eventually, when we're done with the mowing, the baling, and all that stuff, we will then take over and complete the harvest on Field 2. So let's go ahead and borrow the items here. Everything's spawning on top of each other. Now it's letting me, or it's telling me to utilize the header trailer. We don't need to. The field we're going to be taking care of is straight ahead of us. There is literally no reason for me to even take the time to do that. We're just going to drive right across the road here and right into the field, I guess. Turn this on, unfolded it, everything's good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get to the field, maybe hit a little bit of it, but not much. Turn on the AI settings here. We'll do the headland. I'm actually going to have... I'm going to do 2 headland passes. Yeah, 2 headland passes. And then we can do the traditional up and downs. Alright, the worker should be on that now. I'm just going to get this all set up as well. This is a great semi. I'd love to have this semi on one of our series. We just currently don't have it. I haven't had the money, or it hasn't been in the used market or anything like that for us to be able to purchase. Well, having said that, I think it was in the used market one time, but it was very early on in a series. And it might have even been this series. I don't remember. But anyway, we didn't have the money to buy it. We still really don't have the money to buy it. But I guess when we're done with this contract, we'll be a little bit closer. But ideally, we're going to utilize this contract. What is happening here? They're getting stuck on the ground again. It's ridiculous, man. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's try this again. See if the worker fixes it. Sorts it out here. I really hope Giants comes out with another patch here soon to fix the... Oh my gosh. I don't even know if they're going to be able to do it. I might have to do it all myself. This is ridiculous. That is not what I was envisioning and hoping for here when I was planning this one out. Okay, please work this time. Please figure out what you're doing. Please work. Okay. Well, let's hope for the best, I guess. We're just going to put this right about... Hopefully this is enough room for them to do their little turnarounds and everything else they're going to do. Right about there. And we'll let the worker continue on doing their thing. In the interim, we're going to go ahead and... well, you know what? Yeah, let's use the John Deere. Let's use the John Deere. I was going to say I'll go ahead and grab the Challenger, the yellow tractor out, but let's use the John Deere. Where am I going? I'm so used to the mower being over there. Apologies, gang. Give me just a second here. Let me get my shit together here. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. First week back at work after the Christmas holiday, New Year's break. It's always a disaster the first week. Luckily for me, I'm only here for 4 days out of the week, and then I'm off to Vegas to play in a poker tournament. But the first couple of days here have been pretty atrocious. And that's how it always is, though. I'm sure all of you deal with the same thing. When you've got clients that have been off for a couple weeks, now they're freaking out about deadlines and everything else for stakeholders, etc., etc. So, comes with the job. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Probably need to go turn around and come back the other way because this tree is going to cause me some mayhem. So let's do that really quick here. Should be going around the other way. Now I'm going to go ahead and let you know there may be an episode off on this series. It depends. I'm running out of time, unfortunately, before I leave for Vegas. I thought I was going to have plenty of time, but I'm running out of time. I'm hopeful that there won't be any kind of a break, but if there is, for whatever reason, I do have a video loaded up, ready to go in its place. It's a collectible video, like a how to find all the collectibles on Riverbend Springs. I'd like your input on it if you happen to be watching this and happen to watch that when it comes out. If it comes out during a normally scheduled day, or if it comes out in place of another series on a specific day. I'd like your input on it. If it's going to come out at any time, like I said, it'll probably be for this series, because this is well, I'll be heading back the following day when this series releases. So, and I have a couple of the other videos I've already recorded. I just don't have them edited yet. So if you're a member, that's why you don't see it yet. But you might see it by the time this video comes out. Actually, you probably will by the time this video comes out. But we'll see. We'll see where we get to. But in any case, what I'm trying to get at, I guess, long story short, what I'm trying to get at is, if for whatever reason you don't see this one on, what would it be, Tuesday, I guess? It's because I ran out of time, and I apologize. Now, we did have some hail damage. You can see it here. We got hit pretty hard. I don't know how our other fields look. I need to take a look at those. Actually, nope, that's not one. Never mind. I was going to say, I thought I saw one there, but I don't think that is. So I don't really know how the other fields fared with the hail, so we'll take a look at those here in a little bit. But first, let's get the rest of this field mowed up. It's a good amount of grass we're getting out of this field now, man. It's great. I should have did this much earlier. But live and learn, right? Live and learn. Now, I believe in the last episode, I mentioned we gained 3 more members on the channel, so thank you very much. We also gained another one between the time that I recorded that video and this video. So hopefully I'm going to get your name right. I'm assuming it's trying to be Seasoned Gamer is what it is, but welcome, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. I'm just pulling your name up to make sure I didn't say it incorrectly. I was going to say that, but I was like, he might have had some numbers or something in the end. Not that the numbers probably matter that much if you did have numbers, but still want to try to get it right. In any case, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Your name should be in the credits here on this video and moving forward. Oh! Way to go, Z. So I actually expected, not that we're going to be doing one anytime soon, but I had expected to see a new map release this week. The time of the recording, at least this week. It would have been Tuesday this week, I guess. That's normally when Giants release everything. It didn't happen, so I don't know where that one is. I know there's one out there. They're just waiting for it to be approved, but we may take up a challenge on that in the future, but it won't be anytime soon. Let's put it that way. We've got our challenges that we have right now. We're nowhere even close to completing them. Not even close. The only one that I would even argue is even within the realm of conversation of close, and close really isn't the correct terminology for it, is the Farm Maze Challenge. I think we still have another 15, 20 episodes at a minimum, if not 30, on that before we're done with that one as well. So I don't want anybody getting the wrong impression when I brought that up. That's not the reason I brought it up. I'd like to look at them. I like checking out maps, and on FS25 I did it briefly. I did not do it very often, but I'm kind of considering, I think, putting it in a little bit more as just bonus videos for all of you when I have the time. Having said that, I don't have the time right now, but when I do have the time, just a kind of a walkthrough of the map, right? Like a tour. I did a couple of those. I think I did like a handful on FS25 towards the end there, and they were relatively successful. I tried a couple of them without any commentary, and then I did some with commentary. The ones with commentary seemed to be a little bit more successful on the channel, and as in views and interaction with all of you. So I'll probably, for the most part, do that. Do a tour or a review or a walkthrough with commentary, more than likely. I mean, I'm not going to say there won't ever be one that doesn't have any commentary, but this mower, a little hard to get used to, but it's great, man. It's doing the trick for us well. It's making mincemeat of our little grass field here. We're plowing through this quickly. We really probably should be thinking about upgrading the windrower. The windrower we have is great, but the more that we've kind of got a hang and got the size of the field down here, I do think it's a tad bit too small. It does take a while to do. Don't think we necessarily need it to be bigger. I think it's fine to utilize it that small, but would speed up our process for when we continue to grow, because we are going to continue to grow here, right? So the worker, we need to probably check on the worker here in just a second. I'm just going to finish mowing this section here, and then we'll check on the worker. There it is, nearly full, 80%. I was about right on the money, wasn't I? I was assuming that he was going to be nearing the 80% if he hasn't already surpassed it, and I missed the pop-up, but there it is. So clearly I didn't miss it. I was right on the money. Right, we still have some more stuff to mow. It's not as good of quality as the stuff here is, but we do have some more to mow, so we're gonna finish that up here. But first, let's jump into the semi here and get ourselves prepped here, because he's gone around the headland twice now, it looks like. So, or she, whoever it is, he or she has. So. Hopefully they'll be able to get to the end there before they're full and turn around so we can just unload on the fly. Looks like we're going to be able to. Nice. Oh, no, we're not. We're still going around the headland. I lied. I lied to you. I thought we were done with the headland. We are not done with the headland. There is a slim chance, I think, actually, that he could get to the end here. Well, while he's doing that, we'll just wait till he's full. If not, let's. Yeah, he hasn't gone around the headland the second time, so he's not. He's gonna get full before we're finished. Did we get any other hail damage? They got some hail damage. You can see it right there. Did we gain any more hail damage? It looks like we might. Yeah, we got some here. Unfortunately. That's it. Just that. So it's not as bad as it could have been. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm just gonna stop him here. It's not full, but it's damn near it. Now I do understand. I fully get that utilizing a worker to do a lot of this field, maybe even all the field at this point, how fast they're going through. It's going to cost us even more, right? I'm not lost. That's not a loss on me. I understand that. And I understand I just drove into the field too, but we'll gloss over that. It doesn't harm it when we're doing a contract, so we'll just gloss over that for a second. But I still think it's going to be worth it, man. It's a $20,000 contract. Even if we spend $2 or $3 grand on worker fees, it's a $20,000 contract, man. That is massive for us. So what I really wanted to do, being fully aware that the series yesterday we bought a field too, but I wanted to buy field 11 here, which 20 grand easily can buy it. Easily. The fields we have to purchase for one of the threats are 32, which we're not going to be anywhere near, and 26, which is even bigger. So, yeah. Would it be smart for me probably to save the money and then just buy one of those fields? Probably. But this field is so close to this one, it's almost like it's a part of it, and it's not very expensive, and that would provide us with more funds, right? So we're probably going to buy it, is what I'm trying to get at, I guess. And it's not like we can sell it. We can always sell it. We don't have to keep it. There's no restrictions on this series about having to keep anything like that. That would make for a pretty interesting challenge, I think, though, wouldn't it? If I did something where when you buy... we kind of have that to an extent on the Farm Maze challenge, right? We have if you buy any piece of equipment, you're not allowed to sell it back, but there's no restriction on the land there either. But if we had a series where that was, you know, all across the board, no matter what we purchased, we had to keep it throughout the entire time. That would be something. That'd be something to consider in the future, possibly. You guys know this. I've got a lot of ideas for challenges down the line here. And if the couple of you detractors are watching, I'm sure you won't be happy about them either. I'm sure they won't be difficult enough for you, but maybe I'll continue to, as I have, try to throw in some more difficult ones. You know, have one or two difficult ones running at the same time. Who knows? And when I say difficult, I mean they want me to run every challenge I have on, you know, seasonal growth on and hard difficulty and you know, stuff like that, which I'm fine to do. It's just, that's a slow grind. There's not much that's going to be occurring with that one. So we're not really going to be able to get too close without coming back down here to the end based off of how this mower works. I think I can actually move it to the other side. I don't remember how to do it, but if I pulled up the menu, I could do it, but it's not that big of a deal for us just to come down here and turn around. Just trying to keep a little bit away from our field there. We're not getting a ton more grass out of this, but it is something, so we're going to go ahead and mow it up. Now, I don't know how our goats are doing here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a quick stop here. Let's just look and make sure they're doing okay on water. I would suspect that they are. 1,326. Yeah, they're fine on water. We could probably top it up at the end of the episode here, but they're fine. They're fine. They're perfectly fine on water. Look at them jumping around in there. They're having all kinds of fun. Loving life. Gotta be careful here. I can kill some crop here if I'm not careful. Damn near like a pro, gang. Like I meant to do this or something. That is terrible, Z. That is terrible. But it worked, so it worked. Alright, we're gonna call that good enough. I know there's still some grass that can be mowed, but it's not that big of a deal, gang. It's really not. We've got enough here. Alright, let's back this sucker back up here, and then we're going to have to get the windrower out here. Might be worth seeing what's in the used market today. I don't know what's out there. I doubt there's going to be a windrower, but I would never get that lucky. No, there is a baler out here, though. How much is our baler? That's the same baler we're utilizing in our survival challenge, though, so I don't know necessarily if I want to do that. You guys know I like to, whenever I can, try to change up the different pieces of equipment we're utilizing. It's not always possible. Yeah, it's the same price, basically, 29, so that's not really worth it. What else? We got a parsnip and a canola? Or soybeans? It doesn't look like soybeans, it looks like canola. I don't know. Anyway, there's a planter of some sort. There's a header here, 7.6. I don't know if we could actually put that on our harvester or not. Excuse me, gang, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I don't think we can. 6 meters. It's worth about probably 17 by the time we sell it. That's an option. 6 meters to 7.6. I don't know if it could utilize it, though. I'm afraid if I bought it, it wouldn't be able to use it. And that would have just been a waste of money. So let's just... It's not that big of a change, so I'm just going to gloss over that. It goes away from what I was originally talking about doing at the beginning of the episode anyway, right? With purchasing a field. Now, the field we're going to purchase, it does have something planted in it right now. I think it needs to be sprayed. Whoa! Easy there, Z. Come on, buddy. I think it needs to be sprayed, but it does have something planted or drilled or whatever you want to call it, seeded, whatever you want to call it, in there. So... And we are underway. Try to do the best I can here to make a headland pass with this. I think I'm missing a little bit down there, but that's alright. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So I'll tell you what, gang, I'm running out of things to talk about. It's not normal for me, but I'm running out of things to talk about, so let's throw a time lapse in here. Let's get the rest of this done. It's going to be faster anyway. I know it's saying I don't have access to it, but I am still being able to pull the grass over to our side, so we're just going to have to deal with that for a minute here until I get to the end. But I'll turn on the time lapse as soon as we get down to the end so you don't have that flashing at a very, very fast rate. And we'll get going and get this whole thing windrowed up and maybe even start doing some baling. We'll see where we get to. Alright, that actually didn't take too long at all, gang, and I think I said it in the last time when we used it the first time, and I'm going to say it again. I'm talking about how maybe it'd be nice to upgrade it. I don't think we need to upgrade it, man. It really didn't take that long to do that. It was about 10 minutes of actual real time. In a time lapse that was probably 2 minutes, two minutes, something like that. It did not take that long, so there's no reason for it. Whoop, I forgot this one's slower. There's no reason for us to really change from that, unless we expand the grass field for somehow, some way. All right. I did forget to windrow up the area there behind the shed there behind the goats. So I'm gonna have to probably bring it back out for that more than likely. But we'll see. We might be able to take care of it without utilizing the windrower, because that's such a small space, it might not really be worth it. But in any case, the worker is nearly full again. I think they're going to finish that field before we even can go help them. We might do a little bit at the end just to say we did some of it. But I was not expecting it to go as fast as it has, and it's just basically because of the size of the header there on that harvester and the amount that the harvester can hold, right? It's just it's astronomical compared to what we're used to. It also seems like there's a number of you who have agreed with my statement recently about putting up a small shed there next to the house, kind of where the trailer is, right? To put some bales in there, just a storage for bales. So we'll probably look to doing that here very soon, now that we're going to have some bales, right? Probably smart to go ahead and do that. We'll see. Maybe we do it today with the amount of money we make off that field. Alright, we probably need to flip over here. Yeah, he's going to definitely finish this. He's only got a few more passes left and he's done, so definitely. It's getting a little slower to be moving this now with how heavy it is. And where are we going to this thing? All the way down to our normal spot, down there by the boat. Okay. Now, a number of you also correctly pointed out that there's some modifications that's been changed in this game, where before you'd be able to harvest the whole field regardless of how much you transported, but now it really depends on how much you actually have transported to the sell point. So what I mean by that is, if I harvest the whole field, well, if I'm harvesting the field but I've transported 75, 80%, whatever it is, something like that, it will no longer allow you to finish harvesting the field because you technically have finished that contract. The rest of that's just bonus stuff. So to get the bonus, you pretty much have to try to hold on to as much as you can and harvest the whole field, right? Keep it in the harvester, whatever it is, right? So we're going to do the best we can here to try to get as much as we can off this field because that's extra profit, and it should be a decent amount of extra profit given the size of this field. Now, given the amount here, I suspect we're going to be pretty much full here. Probably as soon as the harvester's done unloading, we'll probably have a few percent left. So we'll probably drive with the harvester here and try to get this thing to 100%, and we can go take it. And hopefully, this is not 80% carted or whatever the actual number is. I still haven't figured out the exact number. We think it's 80%, 75%, 80%, something like that, but we're not positive by that statement. More than likely what we're going to try to do, I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but we're going to try to let the worker harvest the whole field here before I go and cart this there. That way we get a little bit of a bonus, hopefully. Alright, I'm just going to park this here. I think he's going to be able to finish and store the rest of that there. So let's carry on here doing our baling. Look at Byron. That guy, I'm telling you what. So see, my buddy Northern Farmson's been doing really well. He's been having a lot of viewers, and he's gained a lot of subscribers, so happy for him. He took a extended hiatus there towards the end of FS25, so I didn't know if he was going to be coming back or not, but he ended up coming back, so. And he's been doing really good since. See, Crusty's been knocking out some videos as well. He's got a lot of subscribers coming up. I saw that Rusty finally hit the 2,000 subscribers mark, so that's good for him too. A lot of the guys are doing well. Just got to get the rest of them, rest of the guys that always do these challenges up to 1,000 subscribers, right? Got to get them to there. Now, at the time of this recording, I did see, I've heard that Milk That Hen is a guy that normally does a lot of the challenges as well. I did see that he recently made a post, or a video, I should say, not a post, a video. I haven't watched it yet, but I did hear that he wasn't in doing as great as far as his health goes, so I'm going to watch it and see if he says anything about that. If not, I'll ask him how he's doing. Hopefully he's doing alright. Hell, maybe he's watching this video. I doubt it, but maybe he's watching this video, and if he is, let me know down below how you're doing, buddy. So as you can see, I clearly didn't get the windrower out for this. It's just, we'll just pick it up. We might miss a few bits, but again, it's not that big of a deal. We're gonna get most of it. So the worker is nearly done here. One more pass, it looks like, actually. I thought he was going to be done at that pass, but it looks like he's got one more to do there. I'm just going to pick up this little section right here, because it was a relatively larger section back here. And we're going to head back to our normal area. Well, I say our normal area, our grass area where we already have everything windrowed. Alright, they are done. Nice. So let's get one more bale here, and then I'm going to stop this for a minute. We're going to take care of the rest of that contract real quick. All right, we'll turn all that off. Okay. This thing is very, very full. Oh boy. This is going to be a slow mover till we get up to speed. And then when I try to brake, or if Byron or Scarlet or Walter or Griff or any of the other culprits decide to show up. Karen, we haven't seen really Karen at all. But if any of them show up, oh boy. We could have a disaster on our hands. Is that a Byron Walter mix? Is that a black and white truck? Hold on a second. Wait a minute, wait a minute. It is! Oh, they're trying to team up on me now and kill me. Oh, those two. Surprised Scarlet wasn't involved too. Alright, let's get down to the boat. And probably some of this, I don't know. I was going to say maybe some of this would actually be included in an extra bonus for us, but I don't know. It might not be. Anyway, let's get it down to the boat. Or I don't know whose idea it was to utilize this in a tiny little city like this with sharp corners. It was mine, but let's just gloss over that for a minute. This is becoming a pain in the ass to get around. I had to go back up over top of a car, all the way back out, and wrap myself back around the long way, which I probably should have went to begin with, but I wasn't really even thinking about the small corners and the tight turns and everything else. We ended up making it here, but it was not pleasant. I probably should have had it on recording for your enjoyment, but oh well. Okay, this is where we should be going. Yes, perfect. All right. I was about to lose my mind if I got here and it was not this one, it was the one over there. Okay, so we're going to have to do this. This is that trailer that always has... It's a little bit awkward to get it unloaded. I might have to turn the menu on for this, actually. because I forget how it works exactly. I have to hit buttons to open up the other doors to drop the product. Alright, we're going to turn the menu on, because I'm not even going to sit there and try to figure it out and then screw it up and dump it somewhere that it's not supposed to be. Let's see. Tip side, here we go. This is what we want. Middle, that's what we want. So I have to hit, okay. Alright, I got it. I think I got it sorted out. Hopefully. I really like that lighthouse. And those boats right there. I wish I could get... I don't know. I bet you can. I was going to say, I wish I could get out to that island right there. That'd be cool to have a challenge out there. If you were able to set a challenge up to... You'd start on that island with basically nothing. Maybe a boat and a chainsaw. That'd be something. Have to put the wood on the boat and hopefully they don't fall off the boat and take them back here and then walk them by hand, right? To a sell point until I'm getting enough to, you know, go a different path with it. That would be something. Difficult. Very difficult. So we're going to do something different, gang. Soybeans are not good to sell right now, and what we just turned in was enough to complete the contract. So everything else that's remaining in the harvester here, we're just going to collect it. And then we are going to put that in our silo, and we're just going to hold on to it until soybeans are best to sell. Why would we go sell the 2,134 liters right now? There's no reason for us to. So that's what we're going to do. Field's done. We can turn in the contract now. Boom. $71,000 now, gang. Man. That's pretty damn good. Why does it still say that it's not been harvested? There it goes. It just was taking a while to update for whatever reason. $70-something thousand gets us really close to field 32. That almost makes me want to scrap my idea here. So if we save the soybeans here and the silo, which we're going to do until they're best to sell, it's really going to basically mean that that harvest that we just did there, mostly with the worker, minus the worker fees. You know, Byron, don't do it. Don't do it, Byron. Oh. Technically, he was in the right, but I was impatient. What was I talking about? Oh, technically, if we wait to sell this until it's best to sell, we should get around, give or take, $10,000 for the 2,000 liters here in this. That means that for that contract, plus the bonus that we got for selling it just now, I mean, we're going to have 40 grand off that contract. That is absolutely 100% worth it. Minus the fees, obviously, for the worker, like I said. Right? That is a fantastic payday. Okay. We don't need anything in there for right now, so let's just leave that there for right now. Let's go ahead and park this over here. Now, we're actually getting up there in time on this episode. I did not think it was going to take us long to do all the baling, the mowing, and everything else that we've been doing as it has. So, what we might end up doing is wrapping the bales in the next episode, potentially. Now, I understand waiting to wrap them is going to mean that we're not going to make as much money as quickly as we could if we were to wrap them all right now, but we'll see. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see. Right now, I'm thinking we might hold off on those and take care of those in the next one. But we'll see. Just going to make a quick pass here through here. Talk straight, Z. Talk through here and hit all the stuff that maybe we potentially missed with the windrower. whippy Yui here. I'm gonna hit the other area up here real quick. This path right here. All right, so I'll tell you what. Let's throw a time lapse in. Maybe we do get the wrapping done. Let's see how long the time lapse gets to here. Let's get this going. We'll see where we get to. And you never know. Like I said, maybe we'll do all the baling or the wrapping too. Excuse me. Alright, well that didn't take too long, gang. We went ahead and did it. Apologize. So I lied to you about a couple of things today, but we got through it. Now, really, I should be fertilizing this field. We're just going to pass on it this time. We'll just save the money. We don't have a ton of fertilizer in there, so we're just going to save the money a little bit. I know it's going to be a smaller yield, I guess I should say, the next time we harvest the grass, but that's okay. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Now, we talked about buying a field. I still think we're going to buy a field today. I don't see any reason why we don't purchase it. The only reason we wouldn't do it is if we decided we wanted to save some more money to try to get one of those 2 fields that we have to purchase for one of our challenges, right? But we'll get there eventually, right? We'll get there, and we can always sell this field back if we want to. We'll get the same amount of money back for it. So this is the field I'm going to purchase. It has sorghum in it, as you can see. It does have a weed growing. We can take care of that in the next episode. Not a big deal. The yield bonus is 97%, so it's fantastic already. 100% fertilized. We really don't have to do much here. Just the herbicide will have to be done. Other than that, this field is going to be great. Again, it's not a massive field. As you can see, it's a relatively, well, it's actually a very small field, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. It doesn't really bother me. So let's go ahead and purchase it. These are the 19,161. We're going to leave the episode there, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button, the subscribe button if you did. If you're new, all that good stuff. More videos. Well, I guess they're on the side now. I've kind of moved where my members are. So if you're watching at the end, my members are on the left now because, luckily enough, we've got a few more that have joined recently. So they're on the left now. The videos are on the right. So there's more videos on the right for you if you're interested. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.